The rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles will put total weather to crank us up. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Oh, he's going to go up top. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Looking to pass, it's Judovsky. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy. I think they had an explosive play to play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away. But the defense was ready for it. What a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? To the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, get a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is hungry.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. On the move at the 30. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board. On
the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate flip. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Judovsky. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Looking to scramble. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping up the big play.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the...
There he goes. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flank. Nice job.
He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. With the run on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Scanning the field, it's Mills. Moving away from pressure. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Noles!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Old Dominion. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Got a man, it's Johnson. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important, that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. No huddle here for the offense. Right back to the well. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air, it's Judovsky. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Pulls it in, it's Brady. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Fowler.
good news for this offense is it hasn't taken them a long time to get into a rhythm in the passing game. That's already his 100th completion on the season. Put up some big numbers this year if they keep up at this pace.
Going to swing it on second down. Escapes trouble.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Looking for a man. It's Judovsky. Got the quick pass. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality. And
Snead gets it done.
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the right. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go up top on second and short. He'll pull it down and run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Here he goes breaking the pocket. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Just inside their own 40 at the 39. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Judovsky. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Upshaw. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Upshaw. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Looking for room at the 25. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the big tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Looking to throw, it's Mills. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. From the gun, running back on the move. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, they're going with a run-pass option. Look, they're trying to get that first down. They hand it off, just not able to get it. It was a nice effort by the back, but ultimately now forcing 4th and short. And if I'm on offense, I think I'm staying on the field and going for this again.
They boot it away on 4th down. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He'll keep it himself. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business. The fumble recovery.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Back to throw, it's Mills. Gets rid of it. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Upshaw. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. Off play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He's going to take off. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Got a man. It's Brady. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. That took nerves of steel to convert that fourth down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big fourth down conversion.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. Now adjusting. Looking for the score. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Buying some time. He had a chance to get rid of it and avoid the loss. Instead, the defense pushes him out of bounds for the loss. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Quickly complete. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Little touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now on 3rd down after that last run. To the air, it's Mills. Bringing the heat. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Leads it with the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll try the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. Oh, what a cut! And he's brought down after a nice gain. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. First down here for the offense. The give to the back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
He's got it. First down and more. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. A run for the quarterback. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Try to barge their way in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. The give. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got him downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They're going to reach for the miracle, a long field goal attempt to win the game or give up a kick 6. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. And he's going to have to run at this one like a kickoff. A long field goal attempt for the game. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Fires downfield. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here and make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Looking downfield, it's Mills. Hines on the move. If he houses this, it's ball game. And the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver for the win.
Oh, that's a throw the quarterback would love to have back. In this juncture of the game, it's overtime. You're down in the red zone. You know the windows are going to be small. Just got too aggressive with his decision-making. Throws the costly interception. Now the opponent's about to take over, and if they score, they win.
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Wants to throw on first down. Working that left side now. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. From the gun. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the...
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Canes will hustle to the line. They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. They'll set up for this chip shot that would win the game. And he drops the curtain. Lights out. Game-winning field goal in overtime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites. Everybody's talking about you. You have all the momentum. You're the loved college football team in all of the land. To come in today, they played a competitive game, Jesse, but that's an inferior opponent they just lost to.
That's true. They've got to be more consistent moving forward as the #1 team. And we saw flashes today of why they were the #1 ranked team. We know they've got talent, but you got to start fast. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. You can't have penalties. You can't turn the ball over. You can't have the lapses in concentration we saw today that led to them losing.